Hi there. At the time that I'm recording this video, it's the 2nd of January, a new year has started, and it's a space for reflection and what happened and the plans ahead for yet is yet to come. It's the time of the New Year's resolutions. And I want to talk about this and share my view, my perspective on this concept of resolutions and how I think they might be hurting more than actually helping you strive towards that desired change. And if you don't have a resolution and are feeling pushed to make one, don't want to, that's fine too. And I will also get to that later on. We treat January 1st like a magic portal. We think that stepping through it will stripe us of our old bad habits and just magically transform us. Day to day, new year, new me, right? It's more like a trap. We make resolutions, but the word itself, resolution, has become weak and soft. It feels like a wish. It feels like maybe I'll try, maybe. And, it doesn't make you feel accountable. And if you're like me, going for something big, trying to build a body and a mind that lasts, and not just for the first month of the year, trying isn't enough for change to happen. I'm not saying that trying is weak. Trying is the first step towards something big. It requires courage and bravery, discipline, and dedication. Oftentimes stepping out of your comfort zone. That is strength. To try something and fail will always be better than to not try at all. That's how you learn and grow. But I'm pointing more towards the mindset of resolutions because it feels like they are meant to end at that first step. Just the trying part towards something. And that's why they fail. They feel like an item on a to-do list. People don't realize that it's a journey. And when they dislike something about themselves and want to change it, they don't treat it as a journey. And while it's great to be strong-willed, it's also important to be kind to yourself. Before I get to the core of this, if, for example, you don't have any resolutions and are feeling pressure to just make all these big plans for the year ahead and that will totally change and transform the direction of your life, you don't seem to have a sense of direction, then what I recommend is create a good old vision board, just of what you want your life to look like, to feel like. Make a vision board, make a mood board, a vibe board, call it whatever you want. Just put pictures of who inspires you, what do you love, what do you want to become. Take some pictures from Pinterest and make a board, or print them and make a physical scrapbook or a real-life poster of what you want your life to look like. You will at least get a sense of direction, and from there, you walk the path towards that goal or that vision, which I'll get to at the end. So now with the vision in mind, here's when something more powerful than just a resolution comes in. A decision. It sticks with you past the month of January and maybe even for many years to come, and it becomes a part of your life, a part of your identity, which is way more powerful. The root of the word decide comes from the Latin decidere, which means to cut off. To make a decision is to cut off all the other alternatives. So it doesn't become just a wish for the future, but rather an identity shift in the present. A runner doesn't just resolve to finish a marathon halfway through the race. He sticks with it and decides to finish it even when his legs burn. He just knows that after all of the miles or kilometers, stopping isn't an option. And this is the kind of grit energy that I want to bring into this year. That's how you make those decisions stick. They have to become a part of you, a part of your soul. And when people tell you to be realistic, I think you should have goals that maybe sound a little bit insane, sound a little bit scary, but I think you should dream big, but break down that big vision into smaller, specific goals. Because what it does, it creates a path for you with checkpoints. Because instead of saying, oh, I will be healthier this year, it doesn't sound too specific. That's how those resolutions fail. So instead, let's focus on the small achievable goals. I will eat 3 portions of fruit a day, or I will go on a walk every day. I will go on a run 3 times a week. So you commit to something, and it lays out those checkpoints. And after reaching them, your brain really loves to feel that sense of accomplishment, to reach a goal and to be rewarded for it, for the progress. And that's why video games have like hundreds of those side quests before you reach the final boss. If you've ever played The Legends of Zelda, you don't get the quest to defeat Ganon right after you crawl out of the cave. You get a lot of smaller quests and side quests along the way. So now the big issue, perfectionism. And I think the best way to defeat it is to treat that decision, anything, like a skill or a craft. And you're treating it with love, ambition, and passion. And you do so consistently. You don't need to go all out on like the first week of January. You can do everything all at once. Remember the simple rule, just one step at a time, or 1% better every day. Whatever your decision or goal is, just put one metaphorical grain of sand into that decision, that something that you're building, that you're doing, and eventually you'll end up with a big sandcastle that wouldn't be there if you didn't make that first step. Because many people are so excited and even passionate about something, they want it to be perfect, that they end up not taking the first step at all. They are too afraid of messing it up. But like I said, screwing up is better than not trying at all. And while all the self-improvement is good, what you're building inside of you, how you're perfecting yourself, don't forget to let it show outside, to the world, to others too. As they say, how you treat yourself is how you treat others. So be kind, be generous, be empathetic, also to other people, not just yourself. On this occasion, I want to share where I stand at the beginning of 2026. I'm graduating this year. I'm at this big transitional point in life, which is one of the reasons that I've decided to document this. As everything unfolds, there's a lot of uncertainty ahead. I am anxious. I'm a big feeler. Even though I consider myself pretty resilient, I feel a lot. I really do. And I feel and I care deeply. But also in a sense, I like stoicism, as it acts like a shield. And that makes it more exciting. Like, I'm excited for what's waiting ahead. So I invite you to join me to make decisions with me. I have decided to continue to take care of my body and mind. I like to swim, run, work out, but also read and learn about things outside of school. I'm also starting a community, not just an audience, for people who want to feel good in their skin, who want to train their minds how they train their bodies, because they need to be challenged, but they also need to be taken care for. And we aren't perfect, we're just here to be consistent. So I would say just keep showing up every day. The output might look different day to day, but remember, one step at a time is what matters and what makes the whole picture in the end, not perfectionism. And even though I didn't consider myself to be a good writer for a long time, I also created a newsletter for any of you who are interested in the mini essay concept. Now, before you puke from the word essay, it's not like that. It's more personal, more inviting, more reflecting, and hopefully it will be a good read for you. It's called the Inner Circuit, which is supposed to represent the connection of your body and your mind. I will write my thoughts on well-being, more in-depth dives into the topics that I talk about here, my tips for studying, book reviews. So if you're interested, link is in the description. You can subscribe. So feel free to drop your opinions, your views on New Year's resolutions, and if you want to have something to look back on and to leave your mark here at the beginning of a year, you can share your decision that you made for this year in the comments and then maybe come back to it. So let's support each other and grow together. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.